Hi everyone, this is Review Duck here. Welcome back to next video. The film begins by showing a former soldier named the Mother. She used to be a military member who is very skilled at using snipers. Therefore, it attracts her boss attention, Adrian Lovell, who wanted the Mother to work with him. But it turned out that Adrian is a cunning person. He sells weapons illegally to his enemies, so the Mother refuses to work with him. The Mother is then transferred to guard the base, and there, she finally realizes that Adrian's partner, Hector Alvarez, had been stealing weapons from the base all this time. The Mother knew about this, and she was finally interested in joining the mission in order to get extra money for her retirement. The Mother's relationship with Adrian was getting closer. However, not only selling weapons, Hector and Adrian were also involved in human trafficking. The Mother could not stand it, so she reported their evil work. Shortly, the Mother is currently pregnant with Adrian's child. She was called by her friend, William, who is an FBI agent, to witness the illegal arms trade which was done by her two colleagues. But before answering William's questions, the Mother warned the FBI agents to move immediately, because Adrian probably already knows their location. However, the FBI doesn't really believe that. And sure enough, their place was suddenly attacked by Adrian. William was shot, but the Mother saved him by treating his gunshot wound. Realizing that she had been blocked, the Mother hid in the bathroom and she even made a bomb using candles. Shortly thereafter, Adrian found out the Mother's position and she immediately shot Adrian's hand. Knowing that the Mother was pregnant, Adrian then tried to hurt her, and not long after that, the bomb exploded. Luckily, the FBI managed to save the Mother, and her baby girl was also born safely. Unfortunately, the FBI does not allow the Mother to meet her baby, because she is considered to be potentially dangerous to her child. What's more, the Mother is still being chased by Adrian and Hector. The FBI said that the Mother's daughter will be cared for by William so that she can live safely. And the Mother's only way to protect her daughter was by staying away from her. Of course the Mother didn't want to, since Adrian had also died after the explosion. But the FBI said that Adrian's body was not at the crime scene when they saved the Mother. Because there was no other way to protect her child, the Mother finally agreed to stay away from her child. The Mother also left a message to William to always update her child's condition. The Mother wanted her child to always be safe under William's protection. Before leaving, the Mother saw her child for the last time. Finally, the Mother went to isolate herself in Alaska, a very cold place filled with snow. There, she has an old friend named Johns who will help her. But the Mother wants them to pretend they don't know each other to avoid unwanted incidents. Accompanied by Johns, the Mother finally arrived at a house in the middle of the forest. 12 years later, the Mother spends her time hunting in order to get food. Moreover, the Mother used to be a very skilled sniper. Every year, the Mother gets a letter from Johns containing a photo of her child, who is now grown up, and her name is Zoe. But this time, the letter is not a photo of her daughter, but it contains the location of an appointment. And also, Hector already knows if Zoe is the Mother's daughter. Finally, the Mother inevitably has to go save her child before being kidnapped. Because if her child has been taken by Hector, she couldn't do anything and she can be caught easily. The Mother finally arrived at the destination and William picked her up. William said that the FBI had caught Hector's men who were smuggling weapons. And also, they found Zoe's photo. Just arrived. The Mother immediately went to monitor the situation and saw Zoe from a distance. Now, Zoe already has a new family who loves her very much, making the Mother a little jealous. The next day, the Mother is back watching Zoe from a distance. Soon, a suspicious van makes her immediately watchful. Sure enough, it turns out that the people in the van are Hector's men who want to take Zoe. Luckily, the Mother can accurately shoot at the person who wanted to kidnap her child. But because there were so many visitors, Zoe was finally kidnapped and the Mother's location was revealed. One of Hector's men went to the parking lot to look for the Mother, while the Mother herself tried to hide under the car. Undeterred, the Mother got in from under an old car and immediately hit Hector's man. The Mother was just about to run away, but the police had stopped her. She then jumps and is picked up by William. That night, William and the other FBI agents went to Zoe's family's house to discuss the search for Zoe. Meanwhile, it was the Mother's first time seeing her daughter's room. After being traced, it turned out that the kidnapper was currently in Cuba. Therefore, the Mother and William immediately went to Cuba. Long story short, after arriving in Cuba, they managed to find the kidnapper's location and the kidnapper was Gonzalez. After the situation was safe, the Mother immediately ambushed Gonzalez to ask for her daughter's location. Unfortunately, Gonzalez managed to escape. The mother saw William being attacked by Gonzalez's men. Like it or not, she had to chase and catch Gonzalez. William, who had defeated Gonzalez's men, helped the mother to find her daughter. Finally, the mother could stop Gonzalez by hitting him with a car. Then, the mother interrogated Gonzalez and forced him to reveal Zoe's location. After being tortured, Gonzalez finally told Zoe's location. So, that night, the mother and William rushed to Zoe's location to save her. With her ability to use a sniper, the mother finished off all of Hector's men. After all the guards were finished, the mother finally met Zoe for the first time. In the end, Zoe managed to be saved. But instead of leaving immediately, the mother went back inside to meet Hector. It turned out that Hector was already waiting for her while carrying a weapon. When Hector was off guard, the mother immediately stabbed him until he was helpless. Not only that, the mother also set fire to Hector's base. After successfully saving Zoe, William will go take Zoe back to her family while the mother will return to Alaska. But Zoe realizes that the mother is her biological mother, so she tries to ask. However, the mother did not admit that she is Zoe's biological mother. Then, she immediately says goodbye to William. Zoe then asked William about the mother. Was she really her biological mother? However, again, Zoe didn't get the answer she wanted. Unfortunately, on the way home, William's car was suddenly hit at high speed. It turned out to be Adrian, who was still alive after the bomb explosion, and he is now waiting for the mother to come to save her child. Fortunately, the mother came on time before her daughter was taken away. The mother, who had just arrived, felt cornered because Adrian was with his men while she was alone. At the same time, Adrian tries to kill William. Meanwhile, the mother blew up a badly damaged car. And finally, the mother could save herself and Zoe. After the condition restrained, the mother and Zoe decided to rest at a cafe. Then, Zoe asked the mother what had just happened, but she could not explain it because Zoe was still young to know her mother's problem. After buying a used car, the mother planned to take Zoe to go with her to Alaska until the situation was safe. The mother also contacted Zoe's adoptive mother and told that currently, Zoe is still unable to return home. Shortly, the mother and Zoe finally arrived home in the middle of the Alaskan forest. Just arrived, Zoe was invited to hunt deer. However, Zoe didn't want to eat what they had just hunted because she felt sorry for the deer that the mother had killed. The mother then explained that all the food was the result of violence, and Zoe inevitably had to eat the deer to stay alive. The next day, Zoe was taught by the mother to shoot with a rifle. Not only that, Zoe was also taught to drive a car just in case of an emergency situation. After finishing the training, Zoe was angry at the mother while pointing an air rifle so she could be taken back to home. But the mother can easily take over the rifle. Zoe felt sad because when she was with the mother, she couldn't say anything other than to practice survival. The mother also can't do anything because Zoe is still not old enough to know all of the mother's problems so far. After that, the mother asked Zoe to plant some mines around the forest for their safety. Then, Zoe had to continue her shooting practice. Their relationship improves again, and the mother gives Zoe a gun just in case someone tries to kidnap her again. The next day, the mother was surprised because Zoe was not at home. After looking in several places, it turns out that Zoe is playing with a wolf cub. The baby wolves. An unexpected incident occurs when Zoe's hand is bitten by the wolf cub, so Zoe is escorted to the nearest clinic. Unfortunately, while being treated, Zoe told her real name, and that could have very fatal consequences which could make their current location known to Adrian. Because the mother didn't want to take the risk, she then left Zoe to Johns to be taken care. The mother gave a letter for Zoe which was entrusted to Johns. And sure enough, after Zoe was entrusted to Johns, Adrian with his men came to Alaska to hunt the mother. Johns also informed the mother about Adrian's arrival. Johns then invited Zoe to go to the south, and he also admitted if he was the mother's friend while serving in the military. When Johns was preparing the equipment, Zoe found the letter that the mother had previously given. Here, Zoe read the letter and finally she knew that the mother was her biological mother. Zoe then was desperate to go save her mother using John's car. On the other hand, Adrian's men had started to attack the mother's place. But the mother managed to paralyze some of them. Then, she used the radio of Adrian's man and heard that Adrian saw Zoe driving a car towards the mother's house. Hearing this, the mother rushed to save Zoe. Unluckily, Zoe's car hit a tree and she was caught. With all her might, the mother finally managed to save her daughter. They then climbed up the tree to monitor the enemy's movements. Zoe was on duty to monitor, while the mother was on duty to execute. Unfortunately, while monitoring from the tree, a laser was already in Zoe's head. Adrian threatened the mother to come to him immediately, otherwise, Zoe would be dead. Finally, the mother obeys Adrian's request and here, they fight each other. The mother was cornered by Adrian. However, Adrian knew that Zoe was watching them and ready to shoot him. As it turned out, Zoe had come down from the tree and she immediately shot the mother using an air rifle, which made the mother and Adrian bounce and fall. But unfortunately, the mother was injured quite badly and had a broken bone. On the other side, Adrian was still able to walk, and he immediately took Zoe. With all her might, the mother treated her broken hand by herself. After that, she still had to fight to save Zoe, who was about to go with Adrian. Even though her hand was injured, the mother finally managed to shoot Adrian using her sniper, and finally Zoe was saved. A few days later, the mother decided to return Zoe to her family. Zoe seemed unwilling to leave her biological mother. But after all, the mother had to stay away from Zoe for the sake of her safety. Even though she couldn't be with her daughter, the mother still watched over Zoe from a distance, and the film ended. That's the storyline of The Mother. Parents will always fight for their children, even though they have to sacrifice their lives. Thank you for watching and see you.